Hi, good day, everybody, and it's again wonderful to have you on our podcast and our new episode on Beyond the Four Walls, speaking about kingdom and business. And today, I have some special people again with us, and we will talk more about that. But first of all, this is our first pre-recording, I would say, that we had to pre-record because the people that we are talking to is like the queen and the king of the Netherlands. So we had to put a special. Let's get a special invitation for this one. It was a long time of trying to just getting free time to just get these people, this is one to really listen to and really sit and listen to every part, because it was hard to get our hands on these people. They very they like the king and queen. But in any case, we are delighted just to have this speaking on kingdom and business. And I'm again here with my brother. As you can see, he's next to me today.
Yes.
Next to me. We're not sitting far apart from each other. We're next to each other. And he's again here with me. Good brother Sven, how are you doing?
Good, man. As always, excited to for another edition of Beyond the Four Walls. And for those of you watching for the first time, this is where we speak about how we serve God beyond the four walls of a church building. So this is an initiative of Kingdom Marketplace Ministry. And we're excited to talk with these beautiful people here today. I know normally they say men are handsome, but today CJ is beautiful as well. We're all beautiful today. So yes, my brother, we are excited, and I think we can.
Let's get the guests and
Yeah.
get their names and get the people to welcome the people into the people that we had to really, my brother. It was hard to get them, but we finally
yes.
got them. Oh, it was hard to get these people. How are you doing today? Let's start with
Yeah, you can
CJ.
introduce yourself.
CJ, introduce yourself to us here today on Beyond the Falls.
Yes, my name is Cyneffry, and I'm of age of 24. I'm 24.
Oh.
And when you turn...
Yeah.
Okay, we
get it.
No, I'm 42 years. And I'm married to this beautiful, gorgeous woman next to me. And it's an honor and a blessing to be married to this woman. And also, I'm working in the catering. And beside that, yes, I'm a man that love God and want to do great things for God. I'm not just being cheesy like someone, but it's real the way who I am, and everything what involves God and who He is. I want to know more about Him and just spread His word out to that people get to know Him.
Yeah.
So that's one of the part of who I am. I can keep going, but that's not. But that's one part of who I am. Yes.
Good. That's good.
Hello, everybody. I am Shirley. Well, the short version is I'm Shirley, and the long version is I'm Shirley Bloem. That was 2 words. Well, Shirley Bloem, married to Cyneffry, also a blessing. What he said, it's amazing being married to you. I am 31. Yes, I am 31. And I am passionate about all things health and wellness related, but more passionate about, indeed, God, but how to bring God into this area of niche of wellness and health. So everything that can make, especially a woman, more balanced, more happy, more feeling like the queen that she is, of course, and loving herself. That's what I'm passionate about. That's pretty much it. Yeah, so that's my passion. Fit Queens, and well, glad to be here.
Yes. I just want to tell you, today we are broadcasting from Fit Queens here in I have to get that.
Rijswijk.
In Rijswijk. Yeah, let me get it right. In Rijswijk. Thank you, my brother, for always being there. So we are broadcasting from the fitqueens. I don't know just to call it one thing, because you are going to find out that I cannot say. I almost said fitqueen studio. Maybe there's still a studio coming. I don't know. This is a fine establishment that we are in here. Fine establishment amongst these people of Shirley and Cyneffry, and we are broadcasting from this beautiful place, and you will see some little bits later on of what they have built here, and we are really going to zoom into what they have built. What did it take them to build this fine? How they have built out their vision, actually. And we really want you to see how God can use you to build out your vision, even through ups and through downs. And the vision still gets out there when it's birthed by God. So let's get into talking, man. The people
Yes.
want to hear from you, not from
Let's
me.
dive in the questions.
Let's talk. You can see. Let's dive into the question. Let's start from the top. How did you start your business? How did everything start?
That is a funny one. Why do I say funny? Because most people, when they want to start a business, they do have a plan, and they know they want to start a business. They know they have that entrepreneurial mindset. Mine was totally opposite. It started because I was overweight and I lost weight. It was like almost 8-9 years ago. And from that, people started asking, what did you do? What's the secret? What can you help me with it? And I thought, why not? I'm just going to help whomever I can and see if I like it. Well, it came down to it. I really liked it. And then I just started one day and I thought, you know what? I'm making it official and I'm starting a business. So without knowing actually what a business means. So I thought it was only, let's just go to Cafe K and let's do it, and I'll get clients and I'll just be happy, happily ever after. But, well, it started like that. From my own experience, there was, that yearning to help others as well, to not go through what I went through, or at least help them if they were going through that. And from that, gradually, God kept revealing what's the next step. Did I listen? That's a whole other story. Because at the beginning, I tried to do like what everyone else was doing. I mean, you start something, you're very new in your faith and you're very new in the business world. So you're just trying to copy because that's what you know. But it never felt right because I always felt like I'm different in a certain way, but I cannot explain how. And from there on, when I started to see that, no, I'm not like everyone else, which if you're doing what everyone else is doing is also great, but I needed something different. And when I decided like, no, this has to be something different, then when I was open to listening, God started to reveal slowly but steady, this is step one, this is what you want to do. And that's how it became what it is right now. But it started simply by my own experience, trying to help others and not knowing what the business world is, but still going for it.
Never had that in mind. Never had that in mind to start a business.
I wanted a 9-to-5 job.
Yes, because that is what you was going to the university also to a 9-to-5 job.
I'm a psychologist. I finished my bachelor, and I was into psychology. And then when I had the decision to or start this or go for my master. And that was the crossing point. Like, okay, you're going to do this seriously, or you're going for psychology. So I wanted a 9-to-5 job, and I just simply wanted to do what everyone else is doing. But God was like, not today.
And also to be in the back, not in the front, because that was a huge, big, like a contrast. Like Shirley don't want to be in the front. Let me be in the back. I do the quality and things that need to be done. But when she came with this one, like, I want to jump and start and start a business. Even,
Very impulsive.
yeah. yeah. And but we loved the idea, and we said, okay, let's jump. And I'm crazy like that. Like I don't think two times. Okay, what are the risks and things like that? No,
You
let's
just
jump.
jump.
Let's jump because
Good.
I'm a risk.
Jump in the river.
Yes, I'm a risk taker.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So because I see like every day, even if I stand up here and I take two steps in that direction, I can fall down, and
Yes.
I can die.
Yes,
You
yes,
know,
yes.
every day is a risk in life. You know, so the way I see money also is it's like it comes and goes. You know, so I see that light. I'm light in thinking about money.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
but yeah, that's so when. Yes, we just jump in it. Yeah.
That's nice. To come back to it, they just dive
just
into
jumps.
it. They say jump, but you guys,
A leap of faith, literally.
it is a leap of faith, and it was and
Without any experience, eh? Without any experience.
that is faith. When you don't have the experience, you don't have the I would say the know-how, and you just take the leap, and you don't even know where it's going to lead you.
One sec, but I would say it's faith when you know it's, well, if God tells you to do something and you
Yeah,
take that
yeah,
leap and
yeah.
you go for it. But in my case, it was a little bit of impulsiveness and recklessness because I just did what I wanted at the moment that I wanted without
yes,
consulting
yes.
to anyone. I was like,
Yeah.
I have a talent for this, let's do it. So faith indeed, that is true. But in my case, I would say it was more impulsive.
Yes, yes.
Like
yes.
I'm going to do it and help others because
Yeah,
helping
yeah.
others is always godly. But
Yes.
I do not know if
If
that was the time
Yeah, the time.
and the timing. I don't know. It became this, of course.
yes, yes.
But I don't know if I maybe should have waited, prayed for it, fasted for it, make a plan or think twice because business world is
yes.
not, it's not that easy as people might think. So yeah, I would say maybe those two words can describe my story a little better.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes.
Well, but I would say maybe, I mean, God works with you the way He created you to be. So I think that's good because maybe if you had done all those things, then you would have doubted and say, nah, this is not
is
for
true.
me.
That is
And you would
true.
have
That
quit
is
it.
true.
So that impulse, I think it was good. Look, it brought you here today. So it worked.
That's true, but what I saw also in the back is that there is a passion. It's not just a fever, like it's a hype now. I just want to do this now, and now I don't feel it. You know, let us try something else. You know, I saw the hunger and the dedication.
Whoa.
I saw the sacrifice. I saw it came all along and together. And when I was talking with myself first, I said, "Okay, Cyneffry, so she's taking this serious," and that gives me more strength and drive also, and from okay, let's go, let's do this, and because she is serious about this.
Yes, yes.
Because when with these ideas also come money involves,
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
so we don't have that money yet to just throwing the money away, but I saw that one, so that that is a passion, and if the passion is there, I love to invest in that.
Yes, yes,
You know,
yes,
because I see the drive, I see the everything about her is speaking
Yes.
of this.
Yes.
Yes.
Shirley, let me come back to you before we go into the deep stuff, deeper stuff.
Oh, deeper.
But let's talk about the failures
Oy.
that you had, the sacrifices. Let's talk about that. That's already deeper.
That's deeper.
That's deeper.
Oh, yes.
That's
Lots of
already deep.
verbs.
But let's go to the failures, because the failures, there must be tremendous failures that you said you're going to give up. You're going to throw in the towel. You never going to come back. And to Cyneffry, both of you. But I first want to hear from you. What is the failures that came on your path building this business? What failures would you highlight that completely made you want to quit?
For starters, when
You want the raw story?
The raw
story.
We want raw.
Well, failure comes when you are out of God's timing and you want to do your own will. That's the recipe for failure in business and in life. Yeah?
Okay,
But
okay.
in business, to make it well short and a little raw, if I may, being passionate is amazing. I mean, for being able to do your work as a passion
Yeah.
is amazing.
Yes.
I would love for everyone to have that in their lives.
Yes.
But it is tricky because when you are working from your passion, you tend to do things you want to do.
Yes.
And ideas you get are your ideas. And you feel amazing. Your ego inflates because ooh, I have this great idea.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do it because if it's a great idea, it's from God, right? It cannot be from the devil if it's such a great idea. And if it's helping someone else. So from that starting point, when you think, I'm really passionate about something and I'm doing this, when you do not consult God and pray about it and really sit and be patient because you have a great idea today, but it's maybe for a year from now. It doesn't need to happen today. So if I could say that would have been my biggest failure to drive out of that passion and to do things without knowing that it was my time to do so. I've come with great ideas, but mentally I wasn't prepared for it. And it became too much. I almost got into a burnout. I didn't recognize myself. I wasn't feeling myself because I took too much in hands. I didn't consult with God. So one of my biggest failures, which I'm learning not to do anymore, is to simply step into things because they're great without first asking myself, wait, is this God's timing? Is this God's will? And does he want me to do it now or just wait?
Yes.
Talk to others, pray about it. So if I could say I cannot pinpoint one failure because you have daily failures. I mean, you want to quit almost daily sometimes. You're like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then the other 5 minutes, you're like, I'm rocking this. And then 5 minutes after, I'm not going to do this anymore.
Whoa.
So I cannot say one, but if I can give you the formula of failure is indeed not going into not consulting with God, going in your own timing, and just driving from your passion without consulting with God.
Whoa,
so that to me,
That's heavy.
yeah,
That's good.
but from a failure. Something to add?
I don't have
Anything to add?
so much to add. And it's indeed what you said, wife. And again, we saw it in the field that God was busy, and still he is busy with us, because the moment we put the business in God's hand, say, God, this is your business.
He's the CEO.
Yeah. We are just managers. You know, you are the owner. Just tell us to do, because when we are doing this on our own strength, it costs a lot, and we are limited. We are limited. So the moment we realize that, and also thanks to the house that we have, the church house that we have, also friends and families, that keep us grounded, and there is a lot of wisdom and knowledge in that house, so that could help us also with these decisions. But the point indeed is to bring everything, like when the idea come into your mind, to bring it back to God. And I'm asking, okay, this idea came in in me, but what you think about it? So let us and wait and be patient also about it.
Yeah, you may.
Like I said, the formula for failure, but as well, two other things that I just remembered when you say bring it back to God. The first is the definition of success.
Yes.
That's
Let's
a
talk
good
about
one.
that.
That's a good one.
That is a point. That was my failure. Besides the other formula I just gave.
I like that one. I like that
Oh,
one.
yes.
When I defined success,
Yes.
it's when my mind was set free All right. So when I defined the first few years, well, success was, of course, the numbers, the money that comes in, how many people come in, right? Your
Yes.
following on social media.
Yes.
How much people talk about you. You know, it's kind of that ego striking thing, like,
Yeah,
people
yeah.
are talking about
Yes.
me. So that was my definition of success at the beginning. But at the moment you realize what is success in God's
Yes.
mind and in his words, your focus shifts, and it shifts like you've never seen it before. And then you really are doing God's work. Like you said, it is your business.
Yes.
When I realized what success is, and my prayer changed, so not accept, but instead of saying bring more clients, for example, I would pray for the people that come in, let me make an impact for you. Because whether it's 1,000 people, you see, 1,000 people can come in and you do not make any impact, any effect. And if one comes in and you change their lives, then what's a better job? I mean, at the end of the day,
that's
you
a
have
better-
more money, of
Yes.
course. The money is important.
Yes.
But what was the best job? The one or the 1,000? So that was to me a point that when I shifted that, and I came with this great acronym, which I'm really proud of. It's called the SIMPLE method. Patent pending, thank you. We'll release it. Yeah. It's a simple method. So to be able to not go into failure, and I mean, when things don't go your way, doesn't mean they're failures.
Yes.
It's just when it doesn't go God's way, then it's a failure. So for me to keep myself grounded, I've come with the SIMPLE method, and it's an acronym. So when
It's the first time here. It's the first time on Beyond the Four Walls.
Yes,
very
it's
That
an
they are
exclusive.
releasing the
I
acronym.
know.
It's an exclusive.
brother.
It
Exclusive.
is very silly, but it's just a method. And if you've started a business, know your why. That's very important. And keep something, a token or a word, or in my case, an acronym,
Yes.
that will keep you grounded. Because when when the worldly success comes, lots of money, lots of people, where is your ground? Like, okay, do you shift from where you were at, or do you remain there? So it's the simple as just, the S stands for everyone that comes in is a soul, right? So don't see people as a number. Yeah, because when people comes in, you're like, okay, now I have this much budget, and now I can purchase this and that, or, So see them as a soul. See them as a soul that God created and He died for.
Yes.
Right? So He not only created them, but He died for them too.
Yeah.
So see them as that, and when they come in, then you're encapsulate them with the love of God. So it's very different. And the I stands for identity and impact. So when they come in, are you helping them develop their identity in God? And are you making an impact in their life? That's besides the money. Money comes in, it's important. But are you making that in their lives? The impact and the identity development. The M, I just thought of the M today. It's the mindset. Because I was like, I'm missing the M, wait. The mindset. Are you changing their mindset? If they come in and they leave the same way, you can have more money, but what was the point? You see? So their mindset.
You work in building them the way God wants them to be. So again, you put God first, and you go. That's the selfish part. Go in the back. Go in the shadow. So we need to be more selfless. So be more in the back. How can I serve you? How can I make you the way God intended you to be? And I think that that is also one of the keys that God, when we do business in putting God and because we believe that God is in type of businesses that involves many, that helps many people, not only one people. God can bless only one people. But I think that we think that God is more involved in what can I do through you to bring many, to make more people happy, to bring more people to me. And if I don't need to be seen, we don't need to be seen, but that those people see you, and see that we can be a vessel to bring those people back home to you, that they know who they are and that they can walk also in that identity and go out and do the same.
Yeah, and you said through, that's very important. If you started a business, remember, I saw this in the Transformation Church, I don't recall, but it is not by you, it is through you. So if you write that down, by and not through, through and not by, then you'll have less stress and less pressure on you. I was on the M, right?
Yeah, mindset.
Yeah, the mindset, and the P for purpose. Are you helping them see their purpose in life? Because many people come in, they do want to work out, but when you talk to them, there is so much going on, and that's part of health, mental health, wellness. It's not only working out, but are you helping them develop their purpose or discover it and see what they like, what they don't, or why are you here? So those are heavy conversations, but they need to be had, right? It's had the word?
Yes.
So the P stands for purpose, the L, love. Anything you do, do it in love. You're not feeling like it, I know, do it in love. Do I like people? Not always, but still I do it in love.
It's true.
I'd rather be alone. But then again, if someone comes in, doesn't matter what they believe in, who they are,
Yeah.
it's okay. And love. Show always God's love. And the last one would be the E, would be to encourage everything you do. Are you encouraging them? Are you educating them? That's a good one for E as well. Like, do they come in with wisdom and they leave, or do they come in and stay out? So that's my acronym. Simple, the simple method. Patent pending again. So if I stay doing that, or if I ground myself in those words, then I know that it will be less difficult or impossible to, when earthly success or worldly success comes in, lots of money, that I get shaken. So, yeah.
Wonderful.
Amazing.
That was really wonderful.
All right, so yes, Jonathan asked earlier about the failure, because I know as a business person myself, there was a point, like, of course, there are ups and downs, but there was one point where I thought, I've had it, God. I know what you said. I do not care. I quit. Have you had that moment? And what made you like turn back to the path that God wanted for you?
Well, would you believe me if I maybe monthly, like, I'm quitting now and I'm stopping and then I go on. But well, yeah, there was certainly a point where we had to move. Yeah, because we were like in this very cozy, beautiful place. The rent was low. I had the time of my life, Comfort, that is a danger. When you get too comfortable, God stirs things up. And I don't like when he stirs things up. Yeah, we were at somewhere downtown, and then we had to move. Okay, I was happy because it was a bigger place. But then a year later, we had to move again, and not by choice. We were like, the first one wasn't by choice either. And we did work really hard, like really hard. It was like 24/7, literally.
Yes, literally.
I did sleep maybe 2 hours a day, 3-4 months. Yeah,
Whoa.
for 1 or 2 months, I think. While we were reconstructing the place, because we did that on our own. And at that moment, I was like, why? Like, why? I'm done with this. What brought me back to the path? And the second time we had to move to here. At that moment, when I heard that, I was like, are you trying to tell me something, God? Like, should I stop? Is that what you want me to do? Like, you're stirring things. if I quit, just tell me now. I want to quit. Just let me know. So it's like this. I was really mad about it. Then came this. So huge blessing. So at the end, I was like, sorry, God. I see what you were trying to do, but I was really mad. And what brought me back is when I asked myself, if you're not doing this, what else will you be doing?
Yeah.
And then I thought, like, so that brought me back. Like, it feels, or I know it is my purpose. And of course, things will get really bad. But when you're in your purpose, you see things differently in the sense that if you're not doing that, what else is there to do? And even in the lowest of moments, you are, it sounds really weird, but you're still enjoying because it is something that you are put on this earth to do. So you go through it differently because you see it as well. You see, when you're in your purpose, the devil tries to stir things up as well. You're like, okay, if you're not doing anything in your purpose, he leaves you alone because you're not bothering him. So when I switch that mindset as well, like, okay, things are not going my way, I'm doing well. It is going okay. So that brought me back. Like, there is nothing else I would rather do. No.
Awesome. Yeah, that's good, I think, because people see, they come here now and they see, whoa, look at how much God has blessed you. But if they know the journey, there is the wilderness before you go to the promised land, and people tend to forget the wilderness.
And it's a long
Yes.
wilderness.
It's 40 years.
Ooh, no.
You wanted to add something, my brother?
Yes, that wilderness part is. I think that the moment you know that the moment you know the purpose, let me put it that way, it's easier to see. Not that it's easy, but it is easier to see when the struggles and temptations and everything, that the storm comes, you can be focused on what God said or what the goal is. Because the end, you see roughly the end, because you don't see it completely yet, but little by little, God is taking veils out of the eyes, and then you can see better. But I think the moment you know that, when you are in the process, it is easier to stand firm and keep going. Even that your body is telling you to quit, there is something that you got from the beginning. This is it. Just do it. I will just rely and depend on me, and me is God. Just rely, and then we need to learn. We are still in that process to grow in becoming mature in relying and depending on God. And I think that the more we give in and let God do His part, it will flow easier. I'm just saying this out of myself, but I think because He is sovereign God, He is the one who can do beyond our thinking. But I think that the moment that we rely and depend more on Him, not that we don't do anything, we stop doing our job or our work, but involved Him more, and in every decision, in every thought that we have, just bring it back to Him. What do you think? I'm mad at this moment with you. Why I'm feeling like this? Why things are going like this? I'm doing my best. You are seeing I'm doing my best. Why you are bringing these struggles? Why do what do you need? What is what I'm doing wrong? You know, but the moment that we bring it back to Him and say, change the way I think, the way I see things, because you are letting me go through this, is because you are molding me for where you are going to bring me. So it's a complete different way of thinking. But the moment what my wife said earlier, to change the way of prayer, to change the way of thinking, and not the earthly way, but more God's kingdom way. It will help, and
Definitely.
Let me come in and ask you a very important question because you are a married couple doing business together, and I think it must be one of the not the easiest things. Not it can be easy, but also you are opposites, huh? Let's talk a little bit about that. You are opposites. What type of person are you, Shirley, and what type of person are you, CJ? And well, how would you describe yourself? So that we just a little bit.
Oh, introvert.
A personality.
Introvert.
Okay.
Introvert comes to mind, and we'll stay there. Oh, introvert, like textbook introvert.
Yes.
Just find it. Google introvert. That's me. CJ extrovert textbook as well.
Yeah,
Google
yeah.
it. That's opposites. Yeah.
And introvert, extrovert. When it came to this business, how did how did it come together as a couple? You saw the vision, you were going for the vision, but in now for other married people that wants to go into business. Is it just easy, or is it going to be tough to be as a married couple, seeing the vision, going with everything, just jumping in there? It is just going to be great. Let's just go for it. Every married couple being opposites also.
Well,
You get what I'm saying. I'm saying a lot, but
yeah, because those are two subjects. Huh? That's marriage and that's business. Huh?
yes.
So
But how does those two go together?
that's what I mean. It all
Damn.
depends on the basis of your marriage as well. Huh? So for starters, his commitment with this, it's great, but it's not like you're hands-on in here doing things. So he has his own full-time job.
Yes.
So I'm here the whole day doing
Yes,
everything. He's more of the voice of reason, and where I go to, where when I am in doubt, of course I pray. But of course. Who else are you going to talk about it?
Yes.
So he's more. Yeah, of course, but it's not like 150-50, for example. It's more like, let's just say, I don't know, let's forget that number, but it's just more
Yes.
than he's the voice of reason, and I talk to him about problems, investments as well, like, hey, we are in this, because he has a stable job and us
Yes.
fluctuate, so
Yes.
how can we handle finances, how can we do that and this. So our roles are very defined. So that's, for starters, define your role in the company. You have to trust one another, because at the beginning, he didn't always see what I was talking about. And I'm not always good with words to explain. It's in there. So let me do it and you'll see it. And at the beginning, he was like, yeah, what? No. I'm like, dude, really, trust me. This is going to work. This is going to look good. And then when he saw it, was like, you're right. So the more you give each other space and trust each other, and give each other space to make mistakes, because I make a lot, or I
Yes.
made a lot,
Yes,
and will
yes.
make.
Yes.
And instead of telling me, I told you so,
Yeah.
he's like, well, you see it in his face, like, but let's try again. So
Awesome.
give each other space,
Awesome.
define your role, give each other space to make mistakes as well, and trust each other, because you
Yeah.
will not see what the other person means immediately.
Yeah.
And that's something that you need to learn how to go through that, and to simply trust. And that's the basis of marriage as well, to
Yes.
give each other space to make mistakes, to trust one another, and of course to know the role, because again, he's the leader, he's the head of the home. So it's not like I go home and I'm the owner and you have to
Yeah.
listen to me, or
Yes,
I'm the
yes.
husband.
Yes.
I know his vision, he leads. I am there to support, but
Yeah.
in here, Fit Queens, well, I know what, or God has told me what's going on, and that he knows as well that, okay, God told her, I need to listen what she's saying now.
Awesome.
So it's also for the man to know that he needs to lead the house. Okay,
Yes.
but some things God will tell your wife. And if it's business related, you have to
Yes.
know as well, like, okay, God didn't tell me.
Yeah.
Tell me, wife,
Yeah.
and let's work together to that.
Yeah,
Tremendous.
and to add to that, and then come the part of submission. Submit, and because I left everything what I was doing. You got this from God. I believe in God.
Yes.
I trust everything in Him. You
Yes.
know, and if He wants to do this, I jump. That's why I
Yes.
told earlier, about jump. I jump because if his hands is involved in that, I know that success is guaranteed.
Awesome, man.
I will not. I cannot define that kind of success that God will bring in here.
Yes.
But it will be a success that it will glorifies God's name. So
Tremendous.
and that part of submission to to sure there are things that I love to do
Mm.
outside of this business, and for her also that we can do together.
Yeah.
But the moment that I understood this more, and it is in God's hand, and that I submit to it, it is easier to dragen,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
to carry. When I see stuff or things that I want to do for myself, because I work hard also, and I'm also a man who would tell other people you need to pay yourself. You are working hard, so pay yourself. Invest in yourself. Do great things with yourself also. But I'm not practicing it at the moment. We don't practice in it. At the
Yeah,
moment,
yeah.
But again, I submit to that, and we will see what God will do eventually.
Man, I'm going to give over to Trinity to ask more questions, but this really is tremendous what you guys just said.
And I would like to add something, what you just said, perfect. But it is important to also, when you have a common goal. So, for example, you said we don't get to do a lot of things that maybe other people are doing, and you kind of want to, relax and do certain things. But in this case, we think generational as well. So, if we someday have kids, that's in the planning still. Well, are you thinking for the now? Or are you thinking generational, and not only in terms of passing a business over, but mindset? How do you deal? Do you follow everyone not just, but do you want a 9 to 5 job? If it's your choice, perfect. But in my time or in your time, it was you had 3 or 4 valuable jobs, or you're a lawyer, a doctor, that, or accountant. So I want to pass that mindset on as well. Business is something, okay, there are risks, but it is worthy if you're walking in God's purpose. And the mindset change of financial, how to handle with that, instead of only saving, okay, of course, save, but money needs to flow for it to return. So certain things, when you have that common goal, okay, we're not only doing a business for the now, but it's also for our grandchildren to be able to say, if it wasn't for our grandparents, then we wouldn't be here, or we wouldn't do what we're doing now. So when you have that in grasp, you go through that wilderness with another mindset, because it's not only for you, it is for 3, 4, 5, all the generations to come. So that I wanted to add as well.
No, that's amazing. That's amazing indeed, taking generationally. And so we talked about the struggles, the challenges. So let's talk about the good parts. I'm curious to hear, what's the feedback that you get from the people that come here to train with you? Do you get the feedback from, hey, I get a different vibe here, or what kind of things do people say that is a confirmation for you that this is different and this is God?
This is funny because I asked her almost every time when she tells me, Cyneffry, there is a new family member, and I am the kind of man who love the juicy details.
Oh, the details.
And
Oh,
she is the man in the relationship about like okay, good, and
Bad.
that's okay. But no, tell me more. When they came in, what they thought about
I'm
the
so
place and things like that, blah blah blah. So
But
it's
that's the
funny
thing.
that
When people come in indeed, they're like, what did they say? They liked it. Yeah, but what else? They were surprised. Okay, but why? Because they liked it. And I don't know. I mean, it's too many words. He likes words.
yeah.
But the feedback, oh yeah. What I do love the most is that people describe it here mostly as a safe space. And that I like because entering or doing fitness or working out, it tends to be something that you do alone. And any behavioral change takes its time, effort, energy, frustration, and failures. And more often than not, you do that alone. And what I want to promote here is that you're not. And from the mistakes that I've made, you can learn. Why do you have to make those same mistakes? And you have a safety net to fall back on too. And that's the biggest feedback that I get, that I like, that I say, oh, okay, God, I see what you're doing, is that people sometimes when we're working out, sometimes, yeah, not often, but we don't even work that much because people have issues going on and they talk about it, and it's like a pouring, they venting, they come here and they start venting
Ventilate.
everything that happened. And I'm like,
Ventilate.
okay, yeah, so there is something deeper going on here. So what is it that why can't you eat healthy? And when we dig deep, it's something generational, something that they grew up like that, and it's something cultural, and they cannot, unlatched from that. So, yeah, that's a very good feedback when people tell me it's a safe space where I can talk, and it's also a safe space where I get to be, because most often than not, people pretend, and that's why I've given myself these last 2 years, I thought, I'm not going to pretend anymore. This is who I am. I'm going to explain it, like the introvert part. I'm like this. I need space. Go away. So people tend to understand when you explain. So when people come in and they get to talk and be and take risks and gain their confidence and be in a sisterhood. So when they describe us as a sisterhood, okay, it's on the logo, Wellness Sisterhood. But when it comes from their mouth, like I feel it's a safe space and I have sisters or a sisterhood, that to me is the biggest thing that people can say. I don't even mind whether you lost weight or not. Of course, that's a goal of some women as well. But at the end of the day, when you're left with more confidence and purpose, I'm like, okay, that's the goal.
Do you want that? This thing just popped up. That you are bringing a holistic change to people, not just because when I came in here, the first thing that I sensed when I came in here was three things that I told Cyneffry. One is peace. Like I haven't even started training, but I feel like I want to train. I feel like I want to take action.
I'll hold you on that.
Yes, I just feel like I want to train because of the environment that I'm coming to. It is not a gym you go into, you see all the things, you're already tired. Okay, Jesus, I must gym again today. But you come in here, you have the feeling that you're not engaged, you're not seeing the weights first. You're coming in here and it's the environment that is created is just peaceful, tranquility. A type of feeling like, oh, I'm really coming here, but I'm in a safe space, man. I'm going to, But when you go into a gym, it's like you have to push yourself. I have to push myself every day, and I think that's why people are able to open up. The area of their lives where they struggle. I struggle with eating, or I struggle with this, or I struggle with that. But it also goes deeper. You are touching a deeper part of people, and bringing transformation to that, which is quite fascinating for me. So, how many people really in training with you just begin to to bring out all the emotional stuff. Have you ever encountered all that emotional stuff? Okay, he wants to know the juicy parts, so give him some juicy parts.
But you want me to tell you like a number or just something that happened?
Yeah, that's something that happened.
I think it's good I have a psychology background because certain things come up. And at that moment, I'm like, oh, Lord, what's going on? What do you want me to do? And at the beginning, it was quite scary at the beginning because I thought I did something wrong or something. But that's God showing me that things go deeper and always show love. And you don't always have to even answer. Just be a listening ear. And just tell people that they're not alone. So we were working out. These things happen more when we're working one-on-one. And we were working out and I was telling her what to do. She was doing her thing and I was like, yeah, supporting her. And from 1 second to the other, she starts crying middle in the workout, like lifting the weight, like really crying. Wow. And to me, it was a moment like, what? And then we stopped everything. And I told her, talk to me, what's going on? And the way she told me things and how things went, goosebumps. I was like, whoa. And when we talked about it and I told her, what you're feeling now, let it out with those weights. So I was able to kind of do them both. So I was really proud of that moment because you see, she was letting things out, maybe frustration, anger, while she was working out and we were talking. So that was a moment to me that I told myself, okay, what you're doing, you're seeing why it is and what's going on. So if I could define one moment, she just started crying. And I was really proud of her because I was like, okay, first step, you talked, you cried. Do you need to cry some more? Let's do it. So, and let it out and let's find a solution. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, when you're mentioning this, is first of all, two things that I notice is, of course, you see that it's actually, I won't say it's funny, but actually it's not, how much necessity people have for a space like this. I think something that we can easily underestimate is that out there it's not present, and God wants us as His people to create the environment, that people can, like you said, just be. Yes. And it's so beautiful to hear that. And the second thing is, it also shows me how much God is concerned, like Cyneffry spoke about earlier, about the people, the person, him or herself, in this case herself, and it's not even about the workout. God is concerned for the well-being of us as people, So it really showed God's heart for us as people and our well-being, and He's concerned about the smallest things, that sometimes we can underestimate. So. Yeah, beautiful and touching, heart touching, I would say.
Thank you.
Let me ask you this one because I really find that it's what you are creating here is tremendous. It's my first time coming to this one, and where you are now, and it's really impactful. And the things that I hear from what you have created, and I'm agreeing with my brother here. The environment that is created allows you to step into the ring. The ring. It allows you to step into that ring and face your fears, even in gymming and all those things. I just want to make you positive that I'm this guy. Something is developing, so it must go down. So I need help. I need help. Okay. I need help, but okay. Let me ask you this question. What do you think, and I think you have answered so much of this, but let me ask you, how did prayer and faith really help your business? You answered a lot, but how did prayer, let me ask this one, how did prayer help your business? How important is prayer for your business, do you think?
You're right.
Short, everything.
Everything. And if I have any regrets, because I don't like to see them as regrets, but more like a learning process. Like, something went bad, and I learned. But a regret that I had or have is not doing that prayer
Yeah.
in the beginning, like in the very, very beginning of this journey. Because I was really, new in faith. Just new in faith, but also new in business. So,
Yes.
like I said in the beginning, any new idea is from God. So let's just
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
And let's just go for it. And let's just, I want to, I am going to, there was lots of I.
Ah.
And if I would have prayed from day one, things maybe would have ended the same, but maybe most definitely the wilderness would have been shorter, because the wilderness is kind of, you keep going in circles, huh? So the prayer is everything.
Yeah.
I would have wanted it,
Yeah.
to start with it from the beginning. I didn't, and like you said, it's everything. But not only praying, the fasting as well. I mean, you need something to happen, or you need to see things.
Yeah.
Sometimes you are going through the motions because you're so accustomed to do something, and you get into this zone of comfort and automatic pilot.
Yes.
Then you don't see things anymore as sharp as you used to. So the prayer and the fasting, it keeps your clarity there. So you do not lose yourself, you do not lose your vision.
Yes.
You do not get swayed by things going on,
yes.
because not anything that looks good is from God. So I've had
True.
to say
True.
no to
True.
certain things, because it doesn't apply to what I do.
Yeah.
Even though it could have brought money in.
Yes.
Or it is money or God. Not both. You know?
Wonderful.
So yeah. So
Wonderful.
I'm preaching now. Hey, Shanda.
Let me. That is. I wanted to speak in tongues, but
Hey.
I'm not going to.
Okay, not today.
Because somebody had to interpret. But one of the things that you just said is that the prayer and the fasting help you to see things clear. And one of the things that highlighted me, you said money or God.
Wait.
And many people, when they see money, because it shows me something, you need to have in business the spirit of mammon, or the spirit of that money comes with. You have to have it under your feet. You have to have that submitted to you.
Oy.
Otherwise, you flow by your emotions. Oh, it's money. It must be God. This is the open door. And you guys were
Opportunities
like,
come.
the open door comes, the opportunity comes, the money is coming. You're like, no, this is not God. And so you have to discern those things. Huh? It is a tremendous thing for business people to really recognize this thing.
You have to pray and fast. Don't forget the fasting. You have to do them both to,
Because the beautiful thing is not always God. The thing that is right, that you know what I'm saying, beautiful, it's money, it's opportunity. It's not always God.
yeah.
That is tremendous.
It seems like God.
Yeah.
Oh, God, thank you for putting this opportunity. But did you consulted with God? Oh God, is this from you?
Yes.
Give me that eye to see. That this is from you or not. And also that part in fasting that. It remembers me when we were at downtown,
Yeah.
and that we were starting to look for. We are short of time
Yes.
to go to another location before we
Whoa.
came here.
Oh, yeah.
We started looking and things like that. And in the prayer, I said to her,
No,
when-
God told me. I remember. He told me, stop looking.
Stop
I'll make it
looking.
happen.
stop looking, and you see the pressure. The time is
We have
short.
3 months, yes.
Yeah, and then you need to take a decision, and God is telling you, stop looking. Don't search anymore.
Yeah, 'cause
stop looking,
there
but you don't have anything.
Because there was one place, the one and only I saw at Voorburg, and I thought this is it, but I needed a vergunning, I needed a permit to be able to go
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And the permit could have taken 3 or 5 months, and I had to move in 3. So in the meanwhile, of course, you have plan B, C, D,
Yeah,
till Z,
yeah,
because,
yeah.
that's being a human.
Whoa.
But God told us, indeed, stop looking, and that's pretty much it.
There's no other plan
There-
B.
Stop
beside me.
looking.
Is
And-
it I the plan or no plan?
Yeah, and we got the permit a few weeks before. It was positive, of course, but
Whoa.
we had to just remain. And the fasting, you stop fasting when you get the place, a place. So whether it's a year or a month,
Yeah.
you stop when it happens. So we didn't even know when to stop fasting and praying. and getting up at 3 while reconstructing everything. So it was a really hard period. And the moment you get it, you'll know when to fast. So it was like a 7 weeks fasting without knowing the end of it. And that's pretty much it.
But it was also in the time also that I told you guys at the church that I changed my mindset. Changed from the beginning already, because when it happened, I told my wife, I do not understand this, but my mindset switched immediately to excitement.
Wow.
I was excited to what God is gonna do next.
Yeah.
Because if God is in this, we don't have the money anymore. Everything was invested.
Gone.
Everything was gone. So we don't have anything anymore. So I changed my mindset. Instead of asking God why this, why that, more in excitement. God, I'm excited for what you're gonna do next.
Yes.
10 seconds. When you told me about the failures, not the failures, but the prayer, your gut feeling. There is this gut feeling that you never need to, never. So the most of the times you think, this is God, let's do it. But there is always something in you that's telling you, do not ignore that. I did that a few times and it went really bad. So
Yes.
10 seconds.
Okay. Good. Yes. So that's no. Okay, I would let my producers giving me fingers.
Can I suggest just one short segment you guys can do before you close up?
Yeah, we need to.
Because that makes sense. Since we're going to do some shots around the place, can you ask Shirley, CJ, what else is fitqueens? What else is Shirley?
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Fitness.
And then you have
Yeah.
And then close up.
Yeah, we're going to close, but we're going to. That's our last question. What is the business about and those things? Sisi, you are not a director here. Sharif is the producer, and I'm the director.
Define your role.
Define your role.
That's important. Important.
Define your role. My brother. Okay, I go. Okay, we can go? Okay.
Oh, clap, man.
No, we still recording.
Okay, don't clap.
I still record. I cannot do with pre-recordings, man. I cannot. It's not good for me. It doesn't work for me. But this is wonderful. Okay, let's come to this question. Tell us now more about fitqueens. As people look at fitqueens, they can think about just coming to gym or just getting fit again. But give us more of an explanation of what fitqueens is really about.
fitqueens is a culture. It's a vibe. It's a sisterhood. It's a way of living. It's a way of being. So fitqueens is indeed, besides fitness, because that was or is our primary what we do. So you come here to work out.
Transformation.
Transformation. Hey,
But there's a lot to say in
a short amount of time.
Okay.
But God has revealed, to go beyond, to go further, to make it holistic, but holistic in His way.
Yes.
So there are many terms to holistic wellness and etc. But my way is, of course, doing it God's way. So what I would like to promote in this business is I'm not of the groupie group person, but I do believe that in doing things together, it gets easier.
Yeah.
So it is a way of promoting collectiveness. All right? So instead of, we're in a world where you're individual and do things in an individual way, that's applauded and that's celebrated, which is good. Some things needs to be done alone. But what I would like to promote with this business is that when you're going through it, you have a sister to catch you. And of course, we work out together, but we want to go beyond that with your nutrition, for example.
Yes.
I work with this amazing lady, which I'm learning to work together, to delegate, to not want to do everything on your own. So I'm working with her, and we're trying to break patterns.
Yes,
So
yes.
instead of just giving you what to eat and
Yeah.
this is healthy and this is not,
Yes.
we want to break with some patterns that have brought you to the struggle.
Yes.
So we want to dig into your mindset. We want to change your behavior. We want to change how you see things. And besides that, we want to, for example, do workshops. We want to do things together, things that people would not try on their own, but they're just waiting for a community to, oh, let's try this. That helps people to discover their purpose, their passion, because maybe you didn't know you like that, and then you tried it here, and there starts a business. You never know.
Because it feels safe here, you know.
to just
it,
be.
it let you be more open
Yeah.
to go deeper, you know, because it's a safe net again, and safe net, and because you feel safe in that safe net, you know, it allows you also to explore more,
Yeah.
you know, because they don't judge you, and it feels family.
Yeah.
So
But also
Yeah.
for example, how can I say that? I like all things herbs related.
Yeah.
I like to talk about that because everything that can develop a sense of balance and happiness and to help you break some patterns and to really be healthier, I'm up for it. I want to talk about motherhood, even though I'm not a mom, but
Yeah.
people want to know about it. So
Yes.
there are subjects that not certainly are related to fitness, but they
Yes.
are related to lifestyle. And that's what I want. So when people come in, they don't only leave with stronger muscles, which is a great goal, but a great mind, with a strong mind. And that is what I want to promote through it all.
to bring that queen outside.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what is the different let me say divisions you have within you within the business? Talk about your developing of herbs.
Oh, dat manier.
soaps, you know, those type of things.
Yeah.
When we walk through the building, we see different divisions of what you do.
indeed.
On this side, you are giving us all healthy smoothies and drinks and
That's coming, but I do have,
Yeah.
like for example, when we have fitness, we have different things that fall into fitness. For
Yes.
example, group fitness, personal training,
Yes.
boot camps.
Yes.
We are also starting with Power Mama, like it's a
Yes.
mama fitness for
Yes.
pregnant ladies or if you're postpartum. So that's something that I'm really excited about because most of the times you're pregnant, everything stops and you don't do anything. And I want to promote as to how to be able to work out and be healthy while you're pregnant. We also
Tanushka.
have...
Tanushka.
Hey.
Yes,
Woo,
okay.
woo, woo. I did not
Go
hear
on, I
that
didn't say
one.
anything.
Uy, shando. Hey. Also, skincare. We have ineffable skincare that it's on its own, but it's also a part of who we are, which we use herbs to develop the best skincare for you.
Yes.
We do also have nutrition, like I said. We want to
Yes.
help you in your nutrition, in your lifestyle, how to change patterns, how to change your mindset. And we are starting as well workshops, different small businesses that I would like to work with, because I want this to be a platform as well where other businesses can grow. I did not have that opportunity when I was starting. So I want to have that as well for others, that other businesses can have their workshops here, but also rent out the space for a workshop or photography, branding, everything that's photography related. And of course, the blogging. I like writing, and I believe that people have so much knowledge that not only me. So I would like to partner up with other ladies for them to just share their wisdom in their field and to expand that wellness factor for us. Yeah, that's in a nutshell everything that we do, all for the transformation of your life and your mindset. Yes.
Yeah. So with that said, we want to thank you for taking your time out after numerous invitations.
You are stop lying.
But thank you for this time that we could spend with you. And thank you for the valuable information that you have given to us and to all those who would watch and would gain so much, I want to say incredible information that can actually change your life was shared here and can change your mind about starting a business. And if you're a married couple, how do you keep on doing the business? And I see a part 2 coming because there's more to talk about.
Yes, for sure.
What do you think, Swen? What do you think? Let me hear you.
Yeah, if you guys have more to share, more than welcome. So yeah.
No, I'm just joking. Of course.
Yeah, so yeah, we want to thank you guys indeed. I know I for sure have been impacted. It's how to think and certain thing I have to revisit, and yeah, just a good reminder again that what we do matter. Sometimes it's easy to underestimate the impact we can have on other people's lives. So yeah, it was awesome, guys. Thank you for being here, and you guys watching at home, thank you for joining. And we'll see each other in the next edition.